You're listening to The Good Pod Guide, where I, journalist and podcast fangirl Lauren Windle, bring you the lowdown on the pods you should be listening to. I've got a total confession to make, guys. I am not good with scary stuff. And I blame my mum because when I was growing up, she severely protected me from anything that was even vaguely creepy or scary. So I just haven't built up that tolerance that other people have. Like, I wasn't allowed to read Goosebump books or point horror. And you know how most teenagers try things out, like watching The Craft or, that kind of stuff, or Carrie. I haven't seen any of those films. Like, even now, I still haven't seen them because I can't take it. And today's podcast is a little creepy and was maybe slightly on the don't listen to it at nighttime side of the spectrum for me. It's called The Dark Histories. It does what it says on the tin. It includes true crime, disappearances, but also covers historical reports of ghosts and phantoms and folk horror stories. It is a bit freaky. It's not like jokey paranormal chat. There's no banter. It's one guy who's researched the story and is bringing it to you in all of its peculiar details. The presenter is called Ben Cutmore. He's actually a hairstylist by day and a paranormal investigator by night. I've added that. He doesn't say that, but he's obviously quite passionate about all of this weird stuff. I was gobsmacked when I Googled the guy and found out that he's from Brighton because he has this deep Cockney East London accent. The whole thing sounds like it's narrated by a character from a Guy Ritchie movie. He sounds like the type of bloke you'd meet in a pub in Bethnal Green who would spend half an hour telling you how he used to know the craze. It's definitely those vibes. Anyway, what about the content? He's well researched and he links his sources on the website so you can check out where he's getting his information from. I started listening and I made a mistake. I started with the Jack the Ripper episode. I wanted to hear his early work, and this is totally on me. I shouldn't have done that because that is a story that I know really, really well. I've read books, I've scoured the Wikipedia page, I've been on the Jack the Ripper East London tour, and I've read through, devoured and loved Hallie Rubenhold's journalistic masterpiece, The Five, which is an exploration of the lives of his 5 victims rather than focusing on the horrible criminal. So he kind of, to me, he, as in Ben Cutmore and not Jack the Ripper, makes a sweeping claim here that kind of bothers me. And when I say he, I mean Ben and not Jack the Ripper, that all 5 of the victims were prostitutes, which is actually not the case. There isn't sufficient evidence to conclude that 3 of them were taking money for sex. This was just announced as part of the misogyny of the day because they were murdered lying down, but they were known to rough sleep. So it's not crazy to think that they were approached while sleeping. Anyway, that's my soapbox feminist issue rant about the reporting of the Jack the Ripper murders. And to be fair to the Dark Histories, it was one sentence in a whole host of 5 seasons worth of episodes. And the rest that I heard was really quite engaging. It's every other week. The first series was 15 to 40 minutes an episode, but from then on, it's more like an hour. If you like paranormal mysteries, true crime, strange happenings, then the production and narration style on this are really top notch. In the next episode, you can hear me review No Punches Pulled podcast, Things You Can't Ask Your Mum. I also reveal my love of a northern accent. For more info on the Good Pod Guide, check out the show notes. Also, like, subscribe, and leave a positive review. It really helps us with that nasty algorithm.